Hi, I'm Don, and today we're going to go over how to launch and recover a boat. First thing you have to do is prepare the boat, and you do that before you even leave for the dock.
So while I remove the cover here, I'll give you a simple reminder that you should have the number of PFDs on board for the maximum number of passengers, your emergency equipment, and small tools for those minor repairs you may have when you're out on the water.
Once you get the cover off, this is also the time to get your lines all prepared, not at the dock. Now we just want to check over the boat and trailer before we head off to the dock. Okay, so start at the hitch. First thing you do is you make sure the ball's down and you've got your lock in there. Your lights are connected, your chains are connected, and if you have the trailer brakes, make sure that the safety chain or safety cable is attached for the trailer brakes. Okay, now at the winch, we make sure that the winch is full and up, that the boat is in the proper lock position, and we've also got our safety chain connected and your jack is up and locked. Okay, now around the back of the boat, you make sure that your out drive is in the full upright position. Make sure your tie down straps are on and secure, and always check and recheck your plug. Just tuck that away. Do it hand tight. And just give it another turn with the wrench.
So now that you've checked out the outside of the boat, you want to come inside and check the engine before we launch. So the first thing I have to do is remove the cover, get the strap on one side, then the other, get a firm grip of the cover, and place it aside. Once you have the engine exposed, you want to check a few things. You want to check your coolant lines and make sure they've been reattached. Check your drive lube, make sure it's in the proper position. Check your V-belt for the proper deflection. And then if your boat's sitting on a level surface, you can check the engine oil. If not, you're going to have to check it when you're in the water.
Okay, once we've got the engine cover back on after we've checked out the engine, it's almost time to go. A couple things you want to remember to bring along. Don't forget your key. And if you don't have a marine radio, a cell phone is always a good idea.
So when you arrive at the launch, you'll see if any other boats are waiting. If you have time, load any equipment from your vehicle into the boat before backing down the ramp. Stop and hold just short of the water. Now it's time to prepare your boat for launch, which includes disconnecting your trailer brakes, removing the tie-down straps, and rechecking the plug.
Okay, now I'm going to undo these straps. I'm checking again for the plug, and I'm undoing the two straps at the back.
You'll then want to start your blower so that the motor will be ready to start when you get back from parking your trailer. So now we're ready to launch the boat. With a person assisting you holding the line to the boat, back slow and steady down the ramp. For this particular boat, the stop position is with the water line just at the top of the wheel wells. Once you reach that position, stop your vehicle, put it into park, and make sure you set the emergency brake. Now in order to launch the boat, we have to remove the safety chain, disconnect the winch lock, back off the tension on the winch hook, disconnect it from the bow hook, and give the boat a firm, steady push with the person holding onto your line attached to the boat. Allow the boat to float out in the water and just clear of the bunks before your assistant can pull the boat over to the dock. In this particular case, we have a dock off to the side. In some other situations, your dock may be directly in line with the trailer, which is always the desirable situation. You may also wish to have your fenders installed at this point, but in this case we have calm water and some padding on the side of the dock. When your assistant has control of the boat and it's clear of the bunks, pull your vehicle out slow and steady, park your vehicle, and return to the boat so you can clear the dock for other boaters. When you return to the dock, lower your outdrive into the water. Ensure you've waited the 4 minutes before starting your boat. Once you've started your boat, you can turn off the blower and enjoy a day of boating. So now that you've learned how to launch a boat, let's do a quick recap. First thing you want to do is prepare the boat at home. Then you want to prepare the boat lines so you're not fussing at the dock. Next thing you want to do is inspect the boat and trailer so you don't have trouble on the road or on the water. Load any gear, bring your key and a cell phone. Prepare for the launch. And last but not least, make sure the blower is running for 4 minutes before you start the engine. When you leave to get your vehicle, start the blower so it will be ready to restart when you get back to the dock. Once your vehicle is lined up with the ramp, back down slow and steady until you reach the boat recovery position. For this boat, it's just at the top of the wheel wells, which leaves about a quarter of the bunk sticking slightly out of the water. Once you stop, put your vehicle into park and set your emergency brake. You then want to prepare your winch by extending the strap, reaching down and engaging the locking pin, giving it a little crank to make sure that the strap is pulling in the right direction. Place the strap so that it can reach by your assistant. If you're driving your boat onto the trailer, approach slowly and take into account any wind or current drift. Line yourself up with the center of the bunks and have your assistant waiting at the winch to assist once your boat comes to rest in the bunks. At this point, your assistant can extend the strap to make sure it's not twisted, reach under and hook it onto the bow hook. If your boat's sitting a little further back in the bunks, have your assistant take up any slack in the winch and then continue to crank the boat up until the bow hook is just underneath the rollers. Avoid powering on as you may damage your boat and your boat launch. And last but not least, don't forget to trim out your outdrive before pulling out of the water. Pull your boat out of the water, place your foot on the brake while you disengage the emergency brake. Place your transmission in low gear, pull the boat out slow and steady until you reach level ground where you can put on your tie-down straps and remove your plug. Once you've stopped your vehicle on a level surface, have a look at the boat to make sure that it's centered on the bunks and it hasn't slid back. If it has slid back, use the winch to crank it forward into the locked position. Then secure your tie-down straps, first one side and then the other. The last thing you can do is remove your plug in case you took on any water once you were out on the lake. The last thing you want to do before driving away is reconnect your trailer lights. Ensure that the cable are securely tucked away and recheck your lights before driving out on the road. Once you get back to your lot, then you're going to want to disconnect your trailer from your vehicle. Put a block of wood down if you're on soft grass. Lower your jack. Then you want to disconnect all your cables from the trailer. Disconnect your lighting. If you have a lock inside your hitch, which you should, disconnect your lock and disengage your ball hook. You then want to reach under and disconnect your safety chains, and if you have a cable for any surge brakes, you also want to disconnect that. Once you've disconnected the ball, any chains or cables, then you can raise your jack to make sure that you're clear of the ball so you can drive your vehicle ahead. In this case here I'm parked on soft grass, but if you're on a hard surface or an unlevel surface, you might want to chalk your tires before jacking your trailer off your vehicle. To minimize the chance of your boat being stolen, once you're clear of the ball, lower the hook mechanism, replace the lock, and lock your boat up. After separating your vehicle from the trailer, you'll want to adjust the trailer and trim down slightly to reduce pressure on the drive boot.
Now all there is to wash this baby up, leave it clean, and we'll be ready for next time.
So now that you've seen how to recover a boat, let's do a quick recap. The first thing you want to do is position the trailer for recovery. Prepare the winch and strap. Then you want to drive or pull the boat onto the trailer. Raise the outdrive to the trailer position and check your winch and safety chain. Pull the boat out of the water. Once you're on level ground, prepare the boat for the road by checking the lights, straps, and plug. Last thing you do is park the boat on your lot.